Hello, Nadia. How you doing?
Hello, Peg. Feels weird saying that a second
after we've
time.
already, yeah, after we already agreed each other. Yeah.
So, yeah, how do we start this?
Well, actually,
Not
it's a
that we've
perfect way to
greeted
start this.
each other.
Uh, so live streaming. How did it start for you?
How did it start for me? I'd say around December last year. No, December, around December 20, 2023.
Okay, so
I
this is, so you've been at it for a bit over a year now.
Yeah, I started in January, so it had at that point turned to 2024.
Really?
Um but yes, around December 2023 I came to the conclusion that my life was feeling kind of empty. Like I was just existing, you know?
Hmm.
And I'm I'm dating myself a little bit here, but I'm now I was at the time I want to say 32. So it's like I was getting a little bit of a midlife crisis, I suppose you could call it, and realized I'm not doing anything with my life, you know? And then I decided I was going to fix that somehow. And one of my Christmas wishes obviously was a camera so I could start recording or start streaming. And that's how it started. Because the camera was really all that I was really missing. Well, besides the desk, I suppose. Um, so it's I made some Christmas wishes. I got started streaming the next year, so the following January, and that's that's how I got started. And it's how I've been going. Because I had a pretty beefy gaming library, so and still do. So it's like I spent all that money on my library. Why the fuck am I not using it? You know?
Yeah.
And oh god, I forgot to ask. Is it even okay for me to be swearing?
Oh yeah, you can swear. Don't worry about that. Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
don't worry about your language here.
Fair enough.
But I guess that's a good jumping off point for the next question here.
Mm.
What do you want out of content creation? It's
What?
something to do besides, I guess, nothing else.
Yeah, pretty much. It's just it's something to do with a purpose, I suppose. question mark for my life, you know, and it's I feel like I actually have more purpose and more to do recently than I have had before. So it's like I'm no longer just existing. I'm trying, emphasis on trying to entertain, which I feel like maybe I could work on that. But yeah, yeah.
And you have made efforts to collaborate with others, like me for example, and a couple others in your server.
Yeah, I have made efforts. I do make efforts, although getting the schedules to align is difficult, to say the
Oh yeah,
least.
yeah, it is like unfortunately, unfortunately, I have to work
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
Like we're doing this on a Tuesday of all days.
Mm. Yeah, and I was supposed to be streaming today. Well, I would have ended 2 hours ago, but you know, and I decided once we had decided on the date, I was okay. I'll take today off then, which maybe actually is a good thing. I think about it.
That's you see, you feel that it's better to just take this day off.
Yeah, it was probably just better to take this day off for from streaming, and yes, I am currently working because we are recording together. But
Right.
besides that, it's just it's a day off. You know, I'm not streaming today.
Mhm. Now, what does your current schedule look like?
Currently, it is Tuesdays, uh, Thursdays, and Fridays at 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. GMT +1.
Hmm.
I am currently playing. I am currently playing Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. So I just got started on the Legends of Heroes series, which is that is a mammoth to say the least.
Yeah,
Um,
you seem to play a lot of JRPGs.
yes, yes, I do. When that maybe that's just me being
Like, are those just your favorite games?
that. Those are my favorite games, yes, but it's also maybe it's just there's those games don't really need that much human interaction, which I'm not very good at. You know?
Yeah, I get that,
Mm.
but I guess that's what the collaboration streams are for. Whenever we did do a handful together, me
Yeah.
and a few others.
Yeah, a handful. Like, let's see. We did buckshot roulette, and we have done Marvel Rivals. I've tried to get some collabs off the ground for liar's bar, but I can't seem to garner any attention for most of those games. Really, it's a little frustrating, to be honest with you. Through no fault of your own, mind you. You're actually one of the few that try to attend regularly, which or tried. Yeah, and I do appreciate that.
Uh, where do you see streaming going for you? Do you want to do you want it to be bigger for you, or is it just more of a hobby?
I I mean, I want it to get a little bigger, at least get affiliated and um get some emotes for my community.
And at this stage, how far off of a affiliate are you?
Uh, let's see. Last time I checked, I was only missing one CCV on the
You're okay. So you're one concurrent viewer off.
pretty much, yeah.
So
So
that should be
I have 133 followers out of 50 at the moment. 12 12 streams per month. 53 or 56.6 hours per month, and 2 of 3 uh average viewers. So
yeah. You getting affiliate should be feasible like within this month.
hopefully
I think you really you will be getting it this month. I believe so.
I would like to think that's possible. Yes, I've also been, especially because this series of I've been taking some days off this week, right? And it's like in I've only had I only have two streams scheduled this week's, and all the summaries that are now scheduled to drop off are one viewer, zero viewer. So there are two streams with one viewer and two with zero. It's like, yeah, those those falling off are definitely going to drive up the numbers a bit.
Sorry.
And okay, so to be fair, um, when I talk numbers like that with people, uh, people like Cozy, for example, one of my moderators, are scolding me a little bit and say that I'm too focused on the numbers and the statistics, and maybe he has a point, but I still feel like I can do so much better than I currently am, you know?
So when so that's like the whole big thing with like the whole focus on numbers thing. You do have to focus on numbers to a certain extent.
Yeah.
because that is what content creation is about, to get people to watch you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I think people put a lot of stake on not focusing on the numbers, which it comes from a good place. Like they're
Mm.
not people don't say that in bad faith. I don't believe they do.
No, they certainly don't. For one, I think Cozy just wants me to
Not be
sit
as stressed
back
out.
and take better care of myself, you know? And
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, which I am not really not taking care of myself. That's hardly what is happening. I just feel like I I can do better than I currently am. Or yeah, I don't know though. But
But
hmm?
streaming isn't like interrupting anything in your life at all. Nothing like that.
No, no,
Like
actually it's making my life a lot more I like streaming. It's giving my life a lot more structure than I used to have, you know? Which again, that's the unemployment speaking. So yeah.
yeah, a regular streaming schedule is good for you. So
Yeah.
okay, wake up by this time, do this at this time, go
Mm-hmm.
to bed by this time.
Pretty much, yeah. Um, yeah, and sure, there's. It's not like I couldn't just set my alarm and decide I should be waking up by this time, without necessarily streaming, and I do that. But it's also if there's also just it's motivating to actually have a purpose for getting up early, um and for not sitting up into the long hours of the night, you know, so that I can get up early. So yeah, it's streaming does help a lot with motivating me for that purpose and for basically enforcing a structure and a schedule. And I quite appreciate that for doing that.
So why did you choose the avenue of streaming as a VTuber as opposed to with a face cam or like nothing at all?
Okay, so why did I choose to well, first off, I felt like streaming without a camera it feels a little impersonal, you know? Um sure there's always you can always you're still using a microphone, so you're presenting a voice, but it's also I don't feel safe, I suppose, broadcasting my face with a webcam. It's call it a complex I have because of uh I had an experience with I suppose it would be my ex-girlfriend and I met this woman online on World of Warcraft actually. At some point we started Skype calling and then webcamming, and it just snowballed from there, you know?
Yeah.
And eventually, she actually came to visit me at my place, and then
Oh, okay.
I, when I had enough of my, because I had a fairly strained relationship with my family, and I was living in a juvie home basically. When I was a teenager, and I think I was 18, 19 at the time, maybe younger, which is embarrassing for me, and also says a lot about my. I hesitate to call her my girlfriend, especially knowing she was like in her 30s at that time, and it's like, no, what was I even thinking? You know? Yeah, yeah. I hear you laughing, and it's like, uh
Oh no,
I'm
I got my
cringing just
thing.
saying it, to be honest with you. So I got to a point where I'd had it with my family, and I'd had it with Juvie, and I decided I'm going to move. I'm going to move, and I moved in with her, and I don't think I really want to go into that too much. But
Yeah,
as you can
go.
imagine, though, it didn't end well, because I
Mhm.
ended up moving back to moving out and to into my own place, which no more GB. That's great, honestly. So there is that. Yeah.
Mhm. And
Uh,
don't feel like you need to divulge any any of this or any more.
yeah. No, I don't think it would really be all that great for a recording anyway.
We, we can cut this whole portion off. We can cut
That
this whole thing out if you wish.
it's fine. Honestly, I'm kind of over it, but suffice to say, I feel insecure about putting my face up there with a webcam, you know,
Hmm.
after that experience. And I suppose it's also, so yeah, I had a bit of a parasocial social experience, and it definitely burned me on using a a live cam instead of a VTuber model. So,
And
I yeah.
on the VTuber model itself,
Mhm.
could you tell me about it, the design, all that?
Yeah, sure. One I My VTuber model is based on Nadia Rude, my Final Fantasy 14 character, um, that I am incredibly attached to say the least. So at some point, when I got my camera um and I started streaming in early 2024, Nadia is the face I chose to represent myself.
Was that an easy choice? Like, was it just like instant?
The choice was easy and it felt natural, yeah. And before you ask, yes, I have had people questioning it. Why use a feminine model when obviously I am a man and I self-identify as a man, and it's like, yes, I am and I do, but it's also I really like this character. She means a lot to me, you know?
From what I've seen, like a significant amount of male VTubers use a female model.
Mm, right.
Hmm. So yeah, there's that question, but at the same time, like, well, a lot of people do it, so don't worry about it.
Mm.
So
Uh,
it's from Final Fantasy 14. I don't
yes.
believe actually. I don't believe I've seen you stream that. I may have. I don't remember.
No, I haven't streamed it yet, and I might start now because I haven't streamed it yet because of hardware problems.
Ah, okay.
Obviously, Final Fantasy 14 is uh it's not it's no Baldur's Gate certainly, but it's also not it's kind of intense on the hardware, um on especially on the hard drive that you're storing it on. you know
Oh yeah, it's an MMO, so yeah.
yeah, so I've I have been using her face as my VTuber model, but I haven't really started streaming Final Fantasy 14 yet. That might change now that I have my streaming rig back from service, but we'll see. It's I got my rig back. I got my house and the game furnished, so I'm pretty much ready to start streaming the game. Yeah, and maybe invite my community to my free company with me. We'll see. But it also helps that I plugged in an Ethernet cable, Ethernet connection last month, I think, and a stable internet definitely does help a lot with streaming a game like that, because let's just say streaming that with a Wi-Fi connection, that would not have been pretty.
Oh yeah, I would not have.
Absolutely not. But now that I am running using an Ethernet connection, that might change. Yeah. In fact, I think it will almost certainly change. So we'll see. We'll see if I start streaming it soon. Probably will.
I think it is to your benefit that you do.
Yeah. Yeah, because all right. So Final Fantasy 14 is it's it's a huge boost for any streamer's community, really. if you want, if that's something you want to commit to, if you want to commit to it, and it's like, yeah, fair enough. Once you start playing that, and people start becoming regulars, that's maybe I'm banking on it a little too much though. Hmm. We'll see.
I think you should not worry about banking on it too much.
Hmm.
'Cause for one, it's a game you already enjoy. I assume.
Absolutely, yeah.
I assume you enjoy this game.
I do.
Yeah, for one, it's a game you already enjoy. There's instant engagement, and
Hmm.
it's a popular game on Twitch.
Yeah.
Now, you mentioned World of Warcraft earlier.
Oh yeah, that would be quite a few years ago now.
Now, are MMOs have they been just been a big thing for you?
World of Warcraft, Guild Wars, both 1 and 2, um, and Final Fantasy 14, I believe, are the ones that I have played. Yeah, I'd probably say that yes, it has been a big influence. Um, Not as big as some people, probably, because some people have played EverQuest and Ultima Online, and it's like those games are ancient.
There's the Star Wars one. I mean, Knights of the Old Republic. I
Oh
believe.
yeah, Knights of the Old Republic. That's good. That's a good mention. I have played that too, right up to and including Knights of the Fallen Empire. Yeah.
Dude, have you ever gone back to WoW?
Once. Sometimes, yes, but it's never really been been able to retain my attention. You know, I get to level. What was the level cap last time? 100, I think, was the level cap. So that would be Legion. I got to the level cap and I stopped playing around that time. Got a level cap, maybe started, maybe did the I even forget what they were called now. Hmm. No, let's just say that, and it hasn't really been keeping my retaining my attention that well in recent years. I think
Did you ever did you ever
uh,
look at WoW Classic?
WoW Classic. Have I ever looked at it? No, I haven't. And to be honest with you, I worried that if I do, I might not be able to turn away from it as well.
Oh.
So it's like, I'm not so sure I should, you know?
hmm
But yeah. I think yeah, Wrath of the Lich King or Legion and Legion were probably my favorite expansions. Hmm. Warlords of Draenor never happened. We don't acknowledge warlords. Mm.
So I don't know if you noticed, but I may have caught a cold or something. So
uh,
that'll be fun for the string of interviews.
you what? You caught a cold. Oh, I
Some
see.
some something like that.
Uh, yeah, those are never fun. I myself recently um had a flu. That was not fun. The swine flu, I believe it's affectionately called.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep. Yep.
That might have been my fault.
The thought has crossed my mind, yes. No, unless it's carried through the internet, I don't think so. But yeah, the thought did cross my mind at least briefly, as a joke. But I have no idea how I contracted the swine flu because that contagion was supposed to be contained, I suppose. Um, but I also was never really vaccinated against it, so I guess at some point I just crossed paths with a farmer that happened to have it. It was like, all right, how the fuck? It's not important, I suppose. I'm over it by now.
Now, when you started streaming,
Yeah.
was Twitch your first option? Like, did you consider YouTube? And I don't believe Kick was a thing at the time.
When I started streaming, Kick might have been a thing, but it also wasn't nearly as big as it is now. It certainly wasn't a valid option as far as streaming goes. YouTube, would need a much higher statistics before you could even start streaming. So it's like, mm, it was probably Twitch or nothing, honestly. And yeah, I quite like Twitch as a platform, even if sometimes they make some really questionable decisions.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I may have heard about one or two of them. I may have opinions on them.
Yeah.
uh, would you consider the possibility of doing multi streams to YouTube?
Mm, probably, yeah. It,
Now that you got a better internet connection, that's
uh,
more feasible for you.
that's what I was thinking, yeah. Um, doing a multi-stream to YouTube might be a go worth looking into. It's I'm not certain how I would I go about multi-streaming though. Is that just do I set up a connection to the appropriate account from my OBS that I'm currently
Yeah,
using to record?
there are extensions for that purpose.
Hmm. Right. It's certainly worth looking into for, and also that reminds me that you bringing up YouTube. I should probably upload a clip or two there, just
Yeah,
so
actually, that's
people
a good point.
realize I'm still alive.
Yeah, how is your frequency and like just keeping I guess I guess upkeeping your channel and all that,
Yeah,
uploading clips, all that, engaging with the non live stuff.
I I export my VODs from Twitch. I don't actually record my streams, which recording the streams and then uploading them that way might get more traction. But I don't know. It's also just more convenient to just export the VODs from Twitch before Twitch deletes them. You know,
Yeah,
which
I
that's
well,
generally why I started uploading videos to YouTube in the first place. Was I realized I had I was playing entire RPGs and they were just vanishing into the ether as far as the VODs are concerned, and it's like, you know what? Maybe I should keep those playthroughs somewhere else. You know?
yeah, it's especially for a game like that, like
Yeah.
those RPGs.
Mm.
Yeah,
Um,
either recording on OBS or downloading the VOD off Twitch. Either option is fine.
Yeah. I think today's interview is probably going to be the first time ever, I think, that I'll be manually uploading a video um, that I've stored locally instead of streamed, and just exporting from Twitch to YouTube. So we'll see how the how it does. Yeah.
Yeah. You had mentioned something earlier. I don't know if I could go into it, but your relationship with your family.
Yeah.
May I ask about that?
Uh yeah, sure. Um
You had said before that it was strained. Is that still the case?
Not strained, certainly, but maybe still a little distant. It's I mostly visit when holidays come up. You know, Christmas, the birthdays, maybe Easter, that kind of thing.
Well,
Um,
on mostly good terms.
I'm on good terms, yes, and my father and my stepmom, so his wife, do tend to come and visit every Wednesday. So they're due to drop in tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
That's a fairly recent development, though. That started probably halfway through 2024. But I'd say the relationship isn't strained anymore so much as just distant. At least with the exception of my father and stepmom, since they come and visit once a week, basically.
Yeah.
Um, admittedly, there was also um there's also been some death in the family as well. My mother passed away in 2020, 22, 21, roughly. It was like, yeah, that's not as fresh anymore, but it's still, mm, it's still not pleasant to think about, you know?
Yeah, I completely understand. Do
Mm.
you think that had any influence on how you were before you started streaming?
Actually, her passing away just might have been the catalyst that made me realize I need to do something about it with my life and not just waste away, you know? So, by extension, she is also the catalyst for me starting to stream in the first place. It's certainly something to think about, but other than that, probably not, because I didn't start streaming until after she had passed away, and like I said, her passing away was probably the reason why I even started in the first place. So yeah,
This despite everything, it's a very positive influence on your life that your mother had.
I would say so. Yeah. Um, and it's it's a bit of an eye opener, isn't it? You don't realize how important to you some people are until you no longer have them, you know?
Oh yeah, I definitely do feel understand that.
Mm.
So Nadia,
Yes?
since we're coming to the end of our interview, is there anything you'd like to say to the audience?
Well, anything I would like to say to the audience? I suppose I would like to plug my channel, uh, twitch.tv/Nadia Nadia VT. Um, Similarly, I also have, as we discussed earlier, my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com at NadiaVT, where I mostly upload VODs of my RPG playthroughs. I'm currently going through Trails in the Sky first chapter, and I'm gonna be quite honest here. I started Trails in the Sky mostly because I'm working with a fairly limited budget, especially after buying a PC, a powerful PC to play games like Baldur's Gate or Final Fantasy 14 on.
It all went to the gaming PC, unfortunately.
Fortunately, yes, which is why I'm playing the original Trails in the Sky and not the remake. That is, did it actually come out yet, or is it just inbound? I'm not certain. I haven't really been keeping track of that, to be fair, though. So, mm, you can find me on YouTube and Twitch. I upload my clips for the most part to TikTok, which
Is that
is,
at the same handle at Nadia VT?
yes, I believe so. Yeah. Um that's about it. Cause yeah, certainly besides plugging a my coffee, there's nothing more to say. But thank you for having me though. And
Thank you, Nadia, for coming on.
thank you, and I will be looking forward to seeing this uh interview going up on your YouTube, which actually you're gonna need to plug now. Or just send me the link on Discord.
They're gonna be watching it on my channel. I think they'll know where to find it.
Probably. It's more for my benefit though. So probably
Yeah,
send me the link after on Discord after we end recording.
yeah, yeah. In
So,
fact, I'll say it right here. You can find me on YouTube.com at the Pig Video Games, or on Twitch, twitch.tv/the Pig Video Games.
mhm.
And well, with that, I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Yes, I certainly will. And thank you. And wonderful evening to you as well.